Good morning, everyone. This is Scott Jorgens from Endeavour Solutions. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today's webinar is going to be on SSRS reporting. Just a quick recap on Who Is Endeavour. We've been around for 25 years now. 3 lines of business: advisory services, implementations and upgrades, and ongoing optimization and support. Primary platforms that we support are Microsoft Dynamics GP on the ERP side, Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM, as well as Microsoft Office 365 and all the cloud products. We now have over 400 clients across Canada and parts of the U.S., operating out of core offices in Toronto, Halifax, London, Montreal, as well as Edmonton and Ottawa. So for today's presentation, we're going to be talking about SSRS reports. That stands for SQL Server Reporting Services, also known as Reporting Services Reports, also known as SRS reports. And the great thing about the reports is they're included with Dynamics GP, very easy for user filters, looking at specific dates, time ranges, slicing and dicing your information. And all the calculations are behind the scenes. What that does mean is the out-of-the-box tools are performing a variety of calculations, but you can also augment those and modify them, as often does require some technical skill sets, and that would be leveraging either Endeavour or your own internal technical resources. Developers have access to the databases, the data sets, a variety of fields, scripts, drag and drop options, and in terms of the visual nature, a variety of graphs, and it can be optimized for mobile as well as on the desktop and browser and printing capabilities. So with that in mind, I'm going to pass this over to Tim Ford, who will be presenting today. And over to you, Tim.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. My name is Timothy Ford. I'm a Senior Developer and Analyst with Endeavour. I've been working with GP and CRM for the last 17 years, and I was asked today to give you a quick overview of how the SRS reports that are come bundled with GP, and a quick show of how you can customize them and some of the tool sets available to you. And with that, I'll jump right in and show you the reports that come bundled with it. You have the option of listing up all the reports in each of the core modules. On your left-hand side, you should see an option there for Reporting Services Reports. If you do not see that, or if you click on that and the report list is empty, you can quickly call our support desk and we can help you set them up and deploy the reports for your use. GP comes bundled with a variety of reports right out of the box. And once you deploy them, they come available to you. These are web-based reports that are get hosted up on your IIS, so you don't have to have GP installed in order to access them. You can get at the reports via your browser and an address, so that if you are not at your desk and you just want to quickly open up a report on your phone, or if you have VPN access from your house, or even if you want to expose them over the internet, you can do so and quickly access your reporting system. I'm going to quickly jump in and show you some of the out-of-the-box reports that might be pertinent to your line of business. In financial, we have quite a few available reports to look at, and the first one I'm going to show you is a trial balance summary. As you can see, it opened up a web browser and it's connecting to your IIS server. And right off the bat, you have a variety of filters that you can use to show the different types of data. So for example, in this one, I can choose a history year. I can choose my year as 2014. I will sort by account, and then I can select a range of accounts that I wish to view. For our demo purposes, I'm going to choose them all. So we get the widest variety of data that we can take a look at. And if I click on View Report, it will render the report and then show us the data. We can collapse this searchable field so that we can just see the report, and if there's any number of pages, we can navigate them through up top. One of the nice features that come with SQL Reporting Services is that you can also export this data in a variety of formats. Clicking on this button here will allow you to export to Excel, CSV, PDF, TIFF, or Word. In our sample, I'm just going to do a quick export to Excel so you can see it. We'll save it right to our desktop. And then it comes available for us to open up in Excel. And then from here, if we wish, we can, again, apply additional calculations if we want to see further information. Each module comes with pre-bundled reports that we can look at. Again, each time that you click on your area in your navigation bar, you should have an option here for reporting services reports. You just click on that, and it will load the list of available reports for you to take a look at. Some of the nice features that you can get with SQL reporting services is the ability to create drill downs, so you can collapse and expand data. You can include hyperlinks if you wish to navigate out to a customer's web portal. You can apply additional calculations, or even you can do jump to reports. They'll allow you to skip out to different reports. If you want to modify a report, say for example you would like to modify the sales summary report. Selecting it, and you come with a built-in report editor out of the box inside of GP. So you can highlight and select your report, click on Edit Report, and it would open up an editing tool allowing you to edit the report directly within GP. This tool will allow you to add additional fields if you wish, to add calculated fields, to change the layout of the report. In this example, as you see, we have our year, our total quantities, our total sales, our total cost. And so we want to have a roll-up field to show the total value on the report. We can just quickly add it, format it so it looks a little nicer. Save our changes. And then when we launch the report again, we can choose our ranges, or we can just choose Select All. The change that we made came automatically available. So right out of the box, once you deploy your reports, you have a variety of tools at your hand to modify, change, and edit the SSRS reports. You also have the ability to create your own reports if you wish. You can do so within here by creating, under the new option, a new SQL report, or if you have developers on hand, you can create even more robust reports by using the Visual Studio tools that come with SQL Server. With those tools, you can create custom reports that allow you to add charts, gauges, maps. You can do sub-reports. You can even connect out to third-party databases if you wish and bring in data from outside, as long as they're based on a SQL Server or an Oracle database. For example, I did a quick report that just shows the chart tool basing on sales data. With a little bit of SQL, I was able to create a quick little query that says, show me all my sales per year, per month, and break it out on month name. So when I run this report, it shows me what my total sales are for the month of April, for the month of August, for the month of February, broken out by each year. And then one of my favorite features with SSRS is that you can also have the ability to link one report to another report, creating hyperlinks. So in this example, I've taken the chart and I said, when you click on the chart, I want you to show me a report that breaks down this month and showing me all the sales that are in that month. So as you can see, it jumped out, brought me to a different report that says, okay, in this report, these are the total sales for the month of April. Here's my customer, and here are all the invoices that he has applied to him.
Fantastic. So it's kind of like it's a drill down, but you're actually moving from one report to another report.
Exactly. It allows you to link reports together so that if you want just a summary view, you can print it off from there, but then if you want even further information going into the details, you can then jump off to a detailed report. And again, if you want to just break it down to a single customer, you can create just a third report that says, okay, just show me all the invoices belonging to this one customer.
Cool. Tim, can you also talk about the footers?
Most definitely. And in the footer, you can even get a little bit more advanced if you want to put in mailing information in case you want to do an invoice. You can import your own custom corporate logos as well, so you don't have to use the graphics that are there. You can just add your own if you wish. The reports that come with the Great Plains are quite robust, and out of the box you have quite a few. And one of the ones that we were asked to show you today is one that we created internally for another client that shows a breakdown of project accounting data. One of the things that you can do with SQL reporting is that if you have a report that you use quite often, you can add it to your home page, so it's always at the very start of when you open up Great Plains. So for example, if you wanted to, say, add in your gross profit detail, you can select it and just say under My Reports, Add To. You can change the name if you wish, or you can just leave it at the default and say OK. And then every time that you log into Great Plains on your home page, that report now becomes available as a quick link. I added the ESI detailed sales report to my quick link so I can quickly show you a custom report that we had done for one of our clients that shows a breakdown of project accounting data. I'm going to choose a range of customers, and for demonstration purposes, I'm going to choose them all. I'm going to choose all our sales territories, all our salespersons.
So this report was created for another client, obviously on a different database, and so their sales territories would be different than the sample data that's in the Fabricam. And let's see what it looks like.
Once we've made our selection, I'll click on View Reports. I'll hide our filter bar. So this is a sales gross margin report that takes a look at our margins and our percentages on our project accounting data.
So before this report, it was one huge glorified Excel sheet that they were trying to do their calculations, and then we were able to automate this for them, as I recall. And was there drill downs within this report?
There most certainly is. So on this report, they also gave you the ability to drill down and see the individual invoices attached to that customer. And then with each invoice, you can again expand it again to see the line items that make up that invoice. So for example, in this one here, invoice 3008, we have 5 items. These are all labor items, so we've got a standard labor and a fee. And as we scroll across in the report, we can see the sales amount, the cost, the margin percentage, the total cost, the sales territory, and the salesperson. So SQL Reporting Services gives you a robust way of designing reports that you can bundle in with GP to pull your GP data or your CRM data if you're a CRM client and wish to create reports that allow you to look at leads, look at opportunities, look at won opportunities over lost opportunities, or if you want to set up a mailing list and you want to say, okay, show me all the customers in my CRM data who meet a certain criteria so that we can draft up a mailing scenario, and quickly add that to your GP environment if you wish. Or if you're not within GP and you just want to pull up a report one day while you're sitting in your office, you can just open up your web browser, and as you can see, this is Chrome, so it's Chrome compatible, and you can get the full list of each of your modules and the reports that are inside of it. So if we'll take a look at our sales, we can take a look at our age trial balance. We get a full range of our filters again, and choose our sort by. So users who are not in GP can also have access to the reports. For example, if you have a warehouse manager who doesn't use GP but likes to know the status of their stock and whether or not they have an inventory item on hand to load onto a truck, you can simply give him access to this one report that he can run, every morning that he comes in to say, okay, in my warehouse I have X amount of items, X amount of material that need to get loaded on a truck today, without ever having to give him access to GP to see those values. You can customize each and every one of the reports that you wish, or you can create your own that you would like to use.
So Tim, if you're customizing a report that's included, can you just save as rather than saving over the original report?
You can.
Okay. So that in that inventory manager scenario, you can easily create a, use a base report, but hide price or something like that, and just save it as a report for that person.
Yes, you can set up a report, and you can do the save as, so you can have an alternate report. For those of us who have been with GP for a while, when you use the out-of-the-box report writer reports, we always had the option of creating the base report and then creating what's called an alternate report, and then just giving users access to the alternate report, or creating a number of different alternating reports and using the security levels to control which. You actually have the same option with SSRS. You have control within SSRS to control who sees the reports and which reports they're allowed to have access to. So for example, if you have a person who's only allowed to see field services reports, you can come into the folder settings under security and specify which users have access to just this report, or just this folder, or just this collection of reports.
So Tim, if when people are obviously doing upgrades every few years, what's the implications of upgrades in SQL Server reports?
Once you do your upgrade, the reports automatically get upgraded with it, with the exception of the custom reports that you have created. So out of the box, when you go, say, from version 2015 to 2016, the out-of-the-box reports will get upgraded with 2016, and any alternate or custom reports that you created with 2015 will stay as is. If there's any data changes or field name changes, you will have to get your developer or one of us to make the adjustments for you, but the out-of-the-box reports will upgrade automatically.
What about the out-of-the-box reports, and you hid one field, you did a little bit of formatting? Would that be upgraded automatically, or would that still have to be revisited, just sort of resaved, repointed?
That one shouldn't be upgraded automatically because the internal ID would have changed, so those ones won't be touched.
Okay. And then so it's just a manual process to reconfirm that you like the report, that it works the same, and then, okay, yes, now include the new data.
Exactly. You generally have to do the same thing when upgrading with report writer reports as well. Out-of-the-box ones tend to get upgraded. Those that are not, we usually flag an error, and you have to go in and verify that the field name hasn't changed, or if it has, make the update.
And does that happen often?
Not too often. Usually Microsoft will release a notification saying we are dropping these fields or adding these fields or these field name changes, and so we know ahead of time.
Okay. So it's just part of the upgrade of making sure you do due diligence, check every report, see what reports are being used.
Yeah.
Is there a log of when reports are accessed? Like, how do you know which reports are really never used?
Out of the box, there's logging not turned on, but you can go into your site settings and do a few things to track your report history, and then you can also keep snapshots of reports so that you can track changes and how many times things have run. And one of the other really nice features with SQL reporting services is actually you can set up schedules to say, I want you to email me a report every morning at 9 a.m. saying my total sales for the previous day.
Great.
It's one of the
little mini workflow
features inside of SSRS that a lot of people don't use, but is really nifty if you do use it.
Sounds good. Why don't we move back to the PowerPoint and get ready to wrap up. We got about 6 minutes left. Unless there's something else that you want to be showing.
No, I think I've covered most things pretty quick, but
that's fantastic. That's what we wanted, just a few quick sound bites and points of inspiration. So just to recap, the custom reports, the one that we showed was gross margin report, had a variety of calculations and percentages. Tim covered that, the SQL scripts and the mapping of databases and tables. Obviously, you do need to make sure that your technical resources know the GP tables and where various information is hidden and stored within GP. Some calculations are quite straightforward and simple. Others, when you're going across modules where you want to have inventory plus sales plus other calculations together, then you need to make sure that you have everything adding up. We showed the project accounting and the drill down capabilities, and these can also be created and formatted for easy access on mobile devices. With the graphing functions, you can create, in essence, sort of KPIs and dashboards, which are simpler visual representations of the more detailed data that you can then drill down to and find specific details in inquiries. So next steps. If you do have any SQL Server reporting needs, you can talk to your client relationship manager, January Burry, who's recently joined our team this fall, and she reports to Steve Ewing, our Director of Business Development. You can also contact your Endeavour consultant if you have current consultants that are on site or quite closely related to your needs, as well as the Endeavour support desk. So some of these can be quick support desk inquiry or request, and you can go in through to those means. If you want to talk about a broader business intelligence reporting strategy or look at other reporting tools, Graphics or any of your management reporter requirements, Power BI, that can be through our server advisory services. And again, either contact January or Steve to raise your hand and see what kind of conversations you want to have with some of our consultants. So with that in mind, thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.